reason I asked you that is because when I put you in my story, I'm going to talk to Lil Fatz. I might get an opportunity to speak with 800. The first thing that got sent to my DM was, ask him about Cash Out. Ask him about Cash Out. Okay? Ask him about Cash Out. I'm going to ask you, bro, because the fans seem to want to pinpoint that you and Cash Out on live.
Who was that?
A lot of people think that was a friendly conversation you guys were having on live.
It's shit it is what they seen on live. And I can't, it's just what it is what they seen on live. Shit, they watched the live.
I seen that though. They was asking me, ask them, man. Is it? I want to know though, to put a little clarity to it. Is Lil Fatz and Cash Out, do you guys have a relationship? Or that was just some shit y'all went on live and the fans put their own narrative on it?
Shit, he from down the street from me, shit. He from down the street from me, shit. Shit, he from down the street from me, shit. He from down the street from me, shit. It don't be no shit like that. Hell no. They just people from down the street.
800 Lil Fatz and Twon, those the two people who was charged with a triple homicide. You know, police say they killed like an ATM worker. They killed two of their friends to cover up the killing of the ATM worker. This crazy as hell. You know, everybody say they guarantee they finna get the death penalty, everything. You know, Fatz paperwork is leaking on the internet. Well, it been leaked on the internet. They actually got court in the week. They newest court day is in the week. We gonna get an update on 800 Fatz and see what's going on with this case.
This was like her dream job, and she just was like so elated about it.
New charges in the shooting death of an armored car driver.
Well, we've learned that this crime spree spanned for a total of 8 miles. A beloved armored security guard was killed. And in addition to that, Chicago police say the bad guys turned on their own robbery crew.
Both are charged with first-degree murder for the killing of the female guard.
Police say these two went on an all-out crime spree. 19-year-old Antoine Montgomery and 20-year-old DeAndre Jennings. The crime spree started at this Bank of America, where 47-year-old LaShonda Harts lost her life.
She loved God. I mean, so her heart, she had a heart of gold.
But 800 Fatz then put all the murders on his friend Twon. He said that he wasn't there, he was asleep at one of their cribs, and they came to the crib and told him what happened. I say, damn, Fatz wild as hell for that. Hit the like button. Goes on this video 1,000 likes. You know, a lot of people want to know about this story. You know, it was alleged that 800 Fatz, Twon, and two of their friends, you know, robbed like a store that had ATMs in it. It was like a lady that dropped the money off in the ATMs and picked up the ATM money. You know, they robbed her, and while robbing her, they ended up killing her and, you know, wounding her partner. You know, this lady ended up dying. Her name was LaShonda. She was a mama. She was a black lady. She was just working a job. She wasn't gang banging. She's trying to feed her family and got killed for that. You know, 800 Fatz and them get arrested for this murder. According to reports, not only did 800 Fatz and them kill this lady, but later on they went back home, committed a robbery at a cell phone store, went back to one of these cribs that, you know, one of their cribs, and I guess something happened where they came up with a plan to kill the other two people that was with them, because there was 4 people involved in this crime. So Fatz and Twon came up with a plan, allegedly, to kill the other 2 people. One of the other 2 people was Dewey Fo. He was a rapper. And the other person name was Spook. They killed 2 of these people. They actually was with them that killed the lady. That shit crazy, you feel me? So I don't know, maybe they thought they was gonna tell on them. I don't know, so they end up killing their homies, allegedly. You know, now that we look at new paperwork, it already been out, but the paperwork is re-leaking again because their court date is in like 5 days. 800 Fatz said he wasn't there. If I'm not mistaken, 800 Fatz said he was at one of their cribs. I think Twon crib. I could be wrong. But he was at one of their cribs. He said that while he was in the house, they came running in the house, running in there acting crazy, telling them what just happened and shit. You know, he in the crib like, what the hell? They told him, look, we just killed this lady. We just robbed these people. We just did this. We just did that. And then, you know, Fatz says that, you know, later on, Twon killed his 2 friends because he thought that they was going to tell on him or something like that. 800 Fatz said he wasn't there. He don't know anything about no crime. All he knows is what he was told when they came in that house. He don't know what the hell they talking about. He wasn't there. He don't know why they putting a crime on him or none of that shit. I say, damn. You know, the police speakers if Fetz was there. You know, the news speakers if Fetz was there. Fetz was arrested. Now, Fetz is putting all this shit just on Twon. You know, there's rumors that Twon putting everything on Fetz. We didn't see snitching allegations on the internet. I'm not sure about this case. When we look at Twon paperwork, you know, I don't see so much of Fetz shit in there, but I do see shit about Fetz in there. Okay? So I don't know what they doing on here. It's almost like he did it, 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 he did it. That's how that shit be. You know, it's different when y'all, you know, playing with the guns and catch a gun case, you know, 5, 6, 7 years, 2 years, 15 months on probation and shit like that. It's different. Motherfucker gotta take that time. Now we talking about life without parole, the death penalty. That should have had one of your closest homies saying he did it, and that other dude saying he did it, he did it, he did it, he did it, he did it. These guys are pointing fingers at each other. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was crazy as hell. Normally we hear a case about somebody snitching on somebody, or we hear a case about somebody staying strong and not telling. It's rare that we hear that the two people that's charged with the murder, one saying he did it, the other one saying he did it. He did it, 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 he did it. Damn, what the hell? That's wild as hell. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. But it looked like 800 Fetz done put everything on Twon. Now, I don't know how that's gonna work, but when you look at the paperwork, Fetz kept his mouth closed. He said he don't know what the fuck going on. He ain't did nothing. And he overheard them coming in the house telling them what they just did. Kind of seemed like Fetz snitched on them and kept a secret about himself if that's what's going on. Y'all think Fetz got a chance to come home? Now with him, you know, knowing that the thing that he claiming is that he had nothing to do with this, he wasn't there. You know, he wasn't there. Do you think he got a chance to come home now that he putting everything on Twon? He said he wasn't there. He didn't kill anybody. Dude did. Not only the dude did it, he heard him say he did it. Telling this at all time. I tell people this shit all the time. You gotta understand, in a culture, you can catch a guy be gangster as hell, playing with guns, shooting people, murdering people, all kind of shit. And then when times get wrong, they start talking about the police. The worstest thing you can be is a thug that's acting like you threaten people with the police. That shit is scary as hell. If you know a person that's acting like a gangbanger, but when you get on his ass, he act like he gonna call the police and shit like that, stay the fuck away from that nigga. That nigga ain't got no respect for himself. He ain't got no love for his pride or none of that shit. You cannot be a gangbanger and threaten people with the police. That's the most lamest shit you can ever do. That nigga is dangerous. Just think about it. I'm not saying 800 Fetz, but just the whole thing of this shit. People don't understand this. Think about this. If you out here on the streets and you kill somebody, and they take that shit, you know, y'all gangbanging, you done slid through their block and killed one of their homies. They took that shit. They took that shit. They went to the funeral, they cried, they got t-shirts, they put names on that shit, and they slide and they got revenge. Now when this nigga come back and get revenge on y'all ass, y'all call the police. That is dangerous as hell. You know, so I tell people that either you're gonna be a street dude or you're gonna be a civilian. You cannot be a street dude and then when times get tough, you threatening the police on people. That's the most dangerous ass nigga on earth. And that's what they saying that Fetz did. Fetz killed people, he murdered people. You know, they killed this lady, then they killed both of their friends. They locked up right now for a triple homicide. Not one killing, not two killing, but triple killing. They killed the ATM worker, then they killed two of their friends to cover up the ATM worker. You know, guy playing with guns, murdering, killing, doing all this shit. And then when time got tough, start cooperating with the police. That's a dangerous motherfucker if that's what they saying happened. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this, but I'm gonna let you know if you out here thugging, you cannot be threatening people with the police and you out here thugging. That's a dangerous ass nigga. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's the Homie Truth.
And the reason I asked you that is because when I put you in my story, I'm gonna talk to Lil Fatz. I might get an opportunity to speak with 800. The first thing that got sent to my DM was, ask him about Cash Out. Ask him about Cash Out, okay? Ask him about Cash Out. I'm gonna ask you, bro, because the fans seem to want to pinpoint that you and Cash Out on live.
Who was that?
A lot of people think that was a friendly conversation you guys were having on live.
It was. It's shit. It is what they seen on live. And I can't. It's just what it is what they seen on live. Shit, they watched the live.
I seen that though. They was asking me, ask them, man. Is it? I want to know though to put a little clarity to it. Is Lil Fatz and Cash Out, do you guys have a relationship? Or that was just some shit y'all went on live and the fans put their own narrative on it?
Shit, he from down the street from me, shit. He from down the street from me, shit. Shit, he from down the street from me, shit. He from down the street from me, shit. It don't be no shit like that. Hell no. They just people from down the street.